Today is December 14th. Today's quote is entitled, "Look Within." There was also a song by our godbrother, Mangalananda. Now that was one of the lines from the song. Look within, you'll see the truth is there. The Lord of everything is sitting there. He's sitting in your heart, never does depart. Nice verse. Nice lyrics. You can't change what's going on around you until you start changing what's going on within you. The problems with our Earth planet. Now you know what's going on in the world. China is growing so rapidly. It's prospering materially at such a rate that soon they will pass the United States in consumption. Now, if you know anything about what's going on the planet, you know that we cannot afford, the planet cannot afford to have too many countries like the United States. We can't afford to have countries that are exploiting natural resources so people can live on the same standard as America. If that happens all over the world, I think we would need 9 planets. So now what's going on is everybody wants to live like we do in America. And the Earth can't sustain that. So now China's growing so fast. I think they're going to have more cars in China soon than the rest of the world, or the rest of the universe, or the rest of all universes. So what's happening now is China was a poor country. Now it's becoming a very wealthy country. Many businessmen are going there, creating their fortunes. Chinese businessmen are creating fortunes. People that were raised on farms, poor parents, their kids are going in the city, going to school, getting education. They have amazing opportunity to earn money and live on a standard that they could never have dreamed of living on when they were growing up. And they're becoming mad now. They're seeing stars everywhere. They're just, I can't believe this is happening. This is so good. This is so wonderful. And because of that greed, to achieve, to obtain more, to not be satisfied with a simple life, then they need to exploit the resources of the earth to facilitate that material progress, to have all the gizmos and gadgets, which, of course, China's manufacturing for the whole world. So, simple point I'm making is, if we as a population, we as human beings, live more simply, then we can save the planet. You know, you can have regulations to control emissions from factories, from cars, from airplanes. That's going to help. But the real problem is that we're not riding bicycles, or we're not walking enough, isn't it? Or we're not taking sailboats around the world now. Okay, I know you're not going to do that. But you understand the point, that the more we need, the more we want, the more it affects the environment. So what is inside is coming outside. There was a man who once said that if you have financial problems, that's not the problem. That's a manifestation of another problem, is that you have a bad financial blueprint. As Brahmins, we all have bad financial blueprints. We don't care about money that much, so we don't have that much. Those who don't care about it don't have it. So that's our internal blueprint. So not having money is not the problem. The problem, well, you could say, you know, if you want money, it's a problem. So let's say, for the sake of this discussion, you want money, but you don't have it. So you think that's the problem, I don't have money. No, the problem is you have a blueprint inside that says, you know, you don't really need money, or it's not worth working that hard to get it, etc. So you don't have it. So his point was, the problem is not the outside. The outside is only a manifestation of the problem. The problem is inside. I like that point. Now, we can apply it to so many things. You can think about this point. You think, if you have a problem, then think, is that the problem, or is that a manifestation of the problem? Is that really the problem, or is the problem something else? So generally you'll find the problem is something inside. So if you want to change outside, you want to look and say, well, what do I have to change inside to change the outside? If I want to achieve more, as a devotee or more in my service, then I have to ask a question, well, what inside needs to change so the outside will change? Just like those of you who are book distributors, you know, if you're in the right consciousness, books go out very easily. If you're in the wrong consciousness, they don't. And you're saying the same thing. You say the same thing every day. One day works better than another day because of your internal vibration, what you're thinking, how you're feeling, how inspired you are, how desirous you are of distributing books, how compassionate you are, how enthusiastic you are. All these things are internals that manifest externally, so when it comes out externally, things happen. And when you're not feeling that way, it doesn't happen, even though you're saying the same thing. So think about anything external that you want to achieve or problems you're having, and then go back to the internal and ask, what do I have to change? What has to be different internally for me to achieve or for me to overcome a problem externally? Not achieve a problem, for me to achieve something or overcome a problem externally.